Hey, what's going on, people?
Hey, what's going on out there?
Y'all already
What's up, bro?
know what time it is, man. Another episode of That's the Way Love Goes. It's me, your host, Maury Savage,
A.P. Williams.
and you already know it's fellas night. This is definitely a night that we've been waiting for. All the fellas been waiting for, and we heard what the ladies had to say last week. We heard what they said. They said some lot of shit, a lot of good shit last week. You feel me? Definitely proud of the ladies, and I already know the fellas. They gonna come through and do the same exact thing. You feel me? But without further ado, you know what I'm saying? Let me go around the bend and introduce everybody. Everybody introduce yourself and say what you got going on. So I'm gonna start off with at the top with my cousin Antoine. Say what's up to the people. What you got going on, cuz?
What's going on, people? My name is Antoine. I do a little bit of everything. I deal in a little real estate. I run a business. I have a job. I have a family. Just all around busy man. Busy man. Here for the culture. Here to help everybody out and also speak positivity and uplift African American men to the kings and stature we're supposed to be in. So that's what I'm about.
Okay.
Keep pooping.
Okay. Next up, you feel me? My homeboy. You feel me? One of my football buddies going back in the day. I used to tell people about you all the time, Robert, about how back in the day, me, you, and my brother used to go play different neighborhoods and bust niggas' ass. So, without further ado, my man Jolly, go ahead and tell the people what you got going on, bro.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's Jolly Robin, man. Just here to try to get some insight, stuff that's happening to me, and try to see if I can't give some help out, you know. And you can catch me on Instagram and at Jolly Robin, and I said just working, taking care of the kids.
Okay. Next up, you feel me? My homeboy Big Dre up in the building. Say what's up to the people.
What's going on, folks? How everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody had a good day, had the time to unwind, relax, and now it's time to chill and trip out.
Okay. And next up, you feel me? My man be lighting it up on the Instagram. I know his YouTube probably rocking as well. One of my other football buddies, I played professional football with. Shout out to the Baltimore Avengers. My man Marcus Lisman. Say what's up to the people, Marcus.
What's up? Marcus Lisman. My ride name was I ride the bikes, go by Dark Knight for real. I'm a cadre. I'm like a drill sergeant for real. Got my security business. Family man, you feel me? Just trying to do what I can out here. Any noise.
Okay. And next up, you feel me? My one of my main guys, you feel me? He always got some good things coming with him. My boy Jack Gaines. Go ahead. Tell the people what you got going on, Jack, and where they can find you at.
What's happening, folks? The man Jack Gaines from Baltimore, Maryland. Same thing, family man, coach, mentor, all of the above. Just here to talk, you know what I mean, and bring the real. And still some knowledge, and as well as learn some things. And let's do this, fellas.
I ain't even realize that was brother Jack up there. What's up, Jack?
What's going on, big legs? What's going on, fam?
That's brother.
Cool, bro.
Got the sunglasses and shit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cooler. He laid back.
Right.
Yeah, y'all forgive me. I'm out and about. I'm still in the car, so I'm on the move. That's all.
Okay. And before I get into topic one, you feel me? I gotta tell you. Oh, hold on. And last but not least, go ahead. My bad, big bro. Go ahead, introduce yourself, big bro West. Go ahead, tell the people what you got going on. Tell people about you.
What's going on, everybody?
Go ahead.
I'm your guy West. What I got going on? I got a lot going on. Let me see where to start at. Work with a couple of different organizations out here. I work with the We Can Do It Foundation or organization. They do mentorship to young people to help restore the community. I'm working with the Ruth Kirk, Recreation Center and Learning Center, trying to help them find food for their rec center. On my own, I got the Smacking Good Kitchen. So on Instagram, it's smacking_good_kitchen, blowing up real quick, real fast. Rocking out them egg rolls and everything. Other than that, I'm out here in the streets just hustling.
That's what's up, man.
Hey, man, we gotta link up, man. I gotta make sure I get your number, man.
Listen, you got access to. You got social media and email. You get
See,
the
I don't
number.
really be.
I'm gonna drop it in the
All
chat.
right.
All right. So before we get in the topic, one, I gotta tell y'all a little small scenario, and I just want to know, as men, how do you handle it when you're in this situation? So a few weeks back, I'm out in the club, chilling out and about, doing my thing, and you know what I'm saying. You know how y'all in the club and y'all making eye contact with that girl, and that girl making eye contact with you. You feel me? But because there's a lot of people around, you probably be scared to say something to the person. You feel me? So everybody been in that situation where somebody walked over there and was like, "Hey, yo, my friend say what's up?" You feel me? Can you go over there and talk to him? My friend's scared to come over there. You ain't never had that happen to you before?
Yeah.
All right. So what happened is I'm chilling, minding my business with family, and I'm looking at this girl, but she over there with some dudes and some girls. You feel me? So I guess because of the eye contact we was making, you feel me? She told him something. So then when he came over there, he said, "Yo, my friend over there, yo, she was looking at you, yo, and she told me to tell you." I was like, wait, what? Ain't no shit like that. Ain't no
Oh no.
shit like that happening.
Yo, that's right. Y'all see exactly what he got on his head tonight. Cat.
Cuz. Hey, cuz. I'm trying to it's like, no, that,
Wow.
but that was a good. Oh man. All right, check this out. All right. Topic number one. You feel me? Have you ever been in a situation where you paid for sex? Because a lot of guys out here, we be stunting in front, acting like we never pay for pussy. You feel me? You're too bougie for it. You feel me? And throw little cheap prices like I buy girls something to eat. So has it ever been a situation where you done bought some pussy? And I'm gonna let you go first, Antoine, I'm gonna let you go first. You feel me? Have you ever been in a situation where you bought pussy, you bought it off the stroll, you bought it off the internet? Have you ever been in a situation you bought pussy?
Okay, since we're being honest in the situation, I'm gonna first start with everybody buys pussy indirectly. So everybody buys pussy indirectly. We
So
get
so change. So he gotta change the question. You gotta change the question, Bob.
but
You
I'm
gotta-
gonna go into
I'm
it.
talking about cash. I'm talking about. Hold on, listen.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
is what I'm talking
It was
about.
a fine-
I'm talking about you put it in their hands and y'all had sex. I'm not talking about a date. I'm not talking about sharing weed.
Okay, I'm telling
Okay.
you, yes. That's because I wanted to do it. It was a transaction, and that's just I had the money. It wasn't tricking, and that was that, and that's just how I did it. So yes, I mean, yes, I have. I can't everybody else, but
And the reason
it is
the
what it
reason why I
is.
came up with this, the reason why I came up with this question is because a lot of women try to say that makes you less of a man because you have to pay for it.
Nah, it was a
You can't
transaction.
get it the regular way. So what you think about that? Because before we go to the next person,
I disagree. It was a transaction. It's mutual. It depends on the type of woman that you do that with, because at the end of the day, housewives fuck to keep their house in order. Women take payments to escorts. It's a transaction. It's not, and some escorts cost thousands of dollars. Diddy is fucking Young Miami not for free. He's getting her thousands of dollars. So it don't cheapen it. It depends on the two people that's entering the agreement. Simple as that.
I like that.
Very simple point. So that's my answer. So yes.
Okay. All right, you
But
up
don't
next.
keep
What
it-
about
I'm
you?
get women, so it ain't like that. It's just that's what I want to do.
Okay. So what about you, Jolly? Does it have you ever done it, and does it make you less of a man if you paying for pussy and not getting it the regular way?
So I've just never been in a position where that's ever been an opportunity or anything like that. Like I've just never been in like that space. When it comes to how I feel about it, I remember when I was younger thinking that oh, if you had to do something like that, you couldn't really get girls or whatever the case was, because I was ignorant. I didn't understand that, like he was saying, it's a transaction, and it's because you do it indirectly. As men, it's a space where it's like we can see it. We could we could do that and it not really affect anything, because it was like, I know what I was here for. And it actually made it an easier thing to just be able to be like, here, man, here's $100, do exactly what I told you to do. I didn't have to ask you, you didn't have to say nothing else. There's no love here. It's none of that. You're not expecting anything more than what I gave you. And so it's kind of like I said, I don't think it's anything make you less than at all. I think it really is just, it's up to you. It's like, shit, if you're being safe about such a thing, I mean, I don't know like the laws or whatnot. I mean, I know how, I know the illegal of it, but I'm saying like, it's just, you go to Las Vegas, man, and do what you do. Like, that's on you. I think that, again, as long as you're being safe with it, then when it comes to like the moral, the integrity of it, like, I mean, there's so much other stuff out there when it comes to that, like, especially as men, like, that's the last thing that I would judge a man on, and or wouldn't even be judged over, because it's like, as men, we know how hard it is to even get a compliment from a woman. So it's like, to have to even go through any of that, like, that just cut out the middleman all the way. But for me, no, I've never done it though.
Okay. All right, you up next, Dre. You feel me? Have you ever been in a situation where you paid for it, put money in her hand, and does it make you less of a man? You feel me? As far as getting pussy wise.
I ain't never give a girl name directly, so no. But I don't see nothing wrong with it at the same time neither. Like, I mean, actually, it makes it easier. Like he was saying, you don't have to conversate. You don't have to talk on the phone. You don't have to ask her what you like, what you like. You know what I mean? You could beat all those questions to get straight to the point. If that's what you want to do. But yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. And I don't think that you less of a man if you do it, because that's what you want to do. I mean, look here. I always look at it like this: whether you give it to him directly or indirectly, you still paying some type of money. So if you want to give it to him directly, either way you look at it, you still kicking the money. Any way you look at it. Ain't now and then you might get a couple freebies. You know what I mean? But other than that, yeah, it is what it is.
All right, you up next, Marcus. Have you? Yeah, that's definitely true.
No, I never.
You up next, Marcus?
I never had to pay for it. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. My bad.
Can you hear me? Oh, right. Yeah. So, but no, I never had to pay for it. But I definitely don't think it make you no less of a person for real. You feel me? Like, I've been fortunate, I guess you could say. Like, especially in my early years, like I danced, so like a lot of women used to come at me for real. You feel me? So I never really had to deal with that situation as far as like chasing it down, trying to pay for it, whatever the case may be. But no, man, my opinion on it, I really don't think it make you less of a man. Like most men that I know who do. They do it. They're not doing it because to have sex. They're doing it because they want you to shut up afterwards. So it ain't even a situation where you like paying for pussy. Most of paying her just to like shut up and get out my face after the fact type of situation. And that's just from the people that I know about it. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's my intake on it. They'll be like, all right, listen, we know what it is. You feel me? We're gonna do this, but I don't need you out here in the streets running your mouth. So take this couple of dollars as hush money type of situation. That's the situation that I've had. But no, I never had to pay for it though. I've been lucky for that. Even before the wife, you feel me? Like when I first met my wife, like she knew she was getting herself into. You feel me?
Shit,
that's what they say.
Say it again, because they
probably say you don't pay them to stay, you pay them to leave.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, you up next, Jack. Have you been in a situation where you had to pay for it, or have you been in a situation? Well, or do you think it's less of a man if you get it that way?
No, I've never had to. In terms of, does it make you less of a man? I'm never here to judge anybody. I guess exact quote from Marcus, I've been fortunate enough where I never had to. I will say, for the fellas that have done it, again, I'm not judging anybody. It doesn't make you less of a man. However, our natural makeup is to be the hunter. And when you do it that way, it takes away from the hunt trying to pursue that lady. You know what I'm saying? So naturally, when you are in a setting where it's a variety to choose from, again, it's about the thrill of the hunt to see if you still got game or see if you want, trying your arm. So again, I'm not knocking the fellas who do it that way. But for me, in my younger years, it was always just, I'm gonna try my hand, because in my mind, there's not a woman that I can't get. You know what I'm saying? So I
You
never had to
feel me?
take that route to quote unquote pay for it, or whatever the case is. I've never been in that position.
Okay. All right. Next up, big bro. Wes, what about you? Have you ever paid for it, and do you think you're less of a man if you paying for it to get it?
I'm gonna say I agree with all y'all, but whether it's directly or indirectly, we've all done it. I mean, just think about it. The nails that she got on, I paid for. Put that money in her hand. She got her nails done. Might have put that money in her hand. She went and got her hair done. Shit like that. Whether these are chicks that you just out there pursuing, or somebody that's your little sneaky link, or your little hook up, your little jump off, or whatever, some type of way you always paying for it. I don't care if it's your girl, you still paying for it. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, that's why I
You
was
said
saying
don't make you less of a man.
Readjust the question.
Oh, hell no. Why would it make me less of a man? If anything, do it make her less of a woman that she's selling that pussy? Y'all got quiet on.
No, they say that's the oldest profession, though.
No, it don't.
Some people say that.
You're right. It don't work the way the other. I mean, you're right about that shit. My fault. I was lighting my
Go ahead, cuz you up next. Did you ever pay for pussy, and do you? And like I said, Marcus, I wanted to make sure to get it correct. You feel me? I already know the regular way we pay for pussy, basically being a nice guy. But I'm talking about clearly. Right. I'm trying to bust a nut. Pay $40 or $50. That's what I'm. You feel me? That's what I'm talking about. So what about?
I done made sexual transactions. I mean, and shoot, and I don't think it make me less of a bad. Whoever said it, hey, it is what it is. I guess in their eyes I'm not, but that shit don't even matter to me. Hold up. Hey. Yeah, I mean, and that of course ain't come until much later. Yeah, I mean, it was a while before I was doing shit like that. And like Dre said, it's because it was less complicated most times.
I like that.
Hold up. It was easy, it was, I can't say easy access, but I mean, I guess you can. Shit, if you got the cash. It's like an ATM, you stick money in and coochie came out.
I like that one. I like that.
So yeah, man. Hey, it don't make me mad. I don't care how the ladies or the fellas, or whatever feel about it, whatever. Hey, look at me how you want. But I got what I want. She got what she want. We was good at the end of the day. We had some good call. I done met some interesting people, but believe it or not, man, because like women that tend to do that type of stuff, they more honest with you about shit than what I mean. They ain't got no. They I mean, I don't want to say lowest, but they
we know.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I mean, so you can have honest conversations and good shit with them people, them type of people, man. I'm telling you. I know I have in my experience.
Well, for me, no, I never paid for pussy. I did it just the regular way, like everybody else basically did on this past trying to have a good time, sharing with somebody like that. I never put money in somebody's hand or no shit like that. And do I think you're less of a man? I mean, now I'm with it, but I'm also against it. This is what I mean. If that's the only way that you get pussy, you feel me? I understand the whole concept of, you feel me? I don't want to hear all that talking. I don't want you to stay long. I want you to get the dick and go. I definitely understand that, and I agree with that. You feel me? Sometimes women do talk too much. No disrespect to the ladies. I mean, it is like that. But I'm talking about if that's the only way you getting pussy, you feel me? You just laying down with fleas.
That's part of your
like, I'm like, that's part. That's in your budget. It's in your budget. You buy weed, you buy beans, that's a problem.
Yeah, that shit he put in the budget. Rent, groceries, scooter.
I said it ain't tricking if you got it.
I mean, like, come on, yo.
But even still, if that's what somebody wants to do,
the funny thing is, guys.
What you think those people do? What you think billionaires do?
You're right, but hold on, girls. They should be like this. Y'all gonna
But that's
Like-
what they want to do. They have money. They
I'm
got
about
to
to say,
spend
it
it.
should
Why-
be like this.
But
When
why
you
you
pull
think?
up on the
But
block,
why
hey,
y'all
that's
think the
Arnold.
billionaires
Come
and
on, girls,
millionaires do it though?
they shouldn't be.
Because they can. Because that's
But
what
you're
they
right,
want.
but it
It's
shouldn't be
not
like no
because that-
goddamn.
because they
You
just
pull
don't
up to a
wanna deal with
restaurant,
it.
though.
Believe it or not,
It's
yo, hold up. Though.
transaction.
Them billionaires and
It's a
millionaires,
transaction.
they don't have to do shit. They get
Yeah,
pussy just off the
Exactly.
strength that they got.
They
the
just
money.
being greedy.
They
I
ain't
believe.
gotta take out no money for real.
right.
But
And
should
the
the
only
prostitutes
reason why
know
they
you're
taking that
fucked
bread
up just
out
to
because
fuck
they
them?
want
Should the
Shorty to
prostitute
get
put
out
your
their
name
face.
and
all
they
that
waitresses
stuff.
at the restaurant though?
The billionaires when they give money
Just
for
a
that.
transaction.
Yeah, but from people who got money when they give
But
motherfuckers
that's how I. That's my thought process. It's,
money for that, it's like we say, it's to pay them to keep their mouth closed, running their mouth and give them without you know saying people.
So you saying if it's a habit, it's still okay though?
For a motherfucker who got money like that, I mean, if that's what he want to do, like this. I'm gonna say it like this. I don't suggest it for a motherfucker.
I used to work for a bank.
I mean,
The guy bought his wife and
but
saying
if
his
that's what you
girlfriend
wanna
the same
do, if you
$30,000
want- I mean,
bracelet
you
on
what they call
Valentine's,
generous.
and that was that. And he wired the money to 2 different accounts: 30,000 for his wife, 30,000 for his girlfriend. He was a rich dude. I did the transfer for him, the wire. He didn't feel bad. He ain't have this conversation like, do I feel less than a man because I sent my side piece 30,000?
Niggas don't care, bro. At the end of the day,
All about what you
niggas don't
That's
care
life.
about none of that.
That's
The
his
only thing
life.
nigga care about is getting that nut off. That's it.
Exactly. Getting some more money
Okay.
to do it again. That's it. It's not,
And y'all- and
not
y'all-
a big thought
and y'all say
process.
they-
It's not rocket science. Real simple.
And y'all said there ain't no problem.
Shit, believe it or not, that's some niggas.
It's a habit, right?
A habit right there.
If it's a habit, anything that's
All right. I'm just saying, you feel me? Every other Friday you buying prostitutes. I would just think this: do your thing without a shadow of a doubt. But I would think like one time, like yo, how does it feel to get some pussy on my own? Do what? Let me see.
I've been
in the bag where I can
I've been
approach her.
rejected more than
It
niggas
feels
probably
the
pay
same as
for
the
it.
man who paid for it.
You never.
It feels the same as the man who paid for it. You bust a nut and you go home.
So whether you give them the money before or afterwards is the same thing. You ain't never fuck a chick and she'd be like afterwards, she'd be like, hey, you got $50?
Exactly.
Whether it's before or afterwards, it's exactly.
Yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I agree. I'm not. Hold on. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing. Hold on. I want to make sure y'all. Hold on. I want to make sure y'all get what I'm saying. I ain't disagreeing with y'all saying far as paying. I'm not disagreeing.
the only
Do
reason
your
why
thing.
niggas
I'm just talking about, yo, is it bad if it's a habit? Like, yo, fucking different prostitutes all the damn time. I'd be even scared even with a condom on. Something like burn through the rubber. You feel me? That's what I'm just talking about. You feel me? Like, is it okay with the
$1,000 prostitutes? It's not you fucking a girl around the corner. What if you hit off Nicki Minaj type of prostitutes? That's way different than.
ain't good. That's
It ain't necessarily gotta be prostitutes. It could be somebody you met that night and be a one night little jump off or whatever. After y'all done, hey, you think you got this so I can get this?
$20 for this outfit the next day?
Right.
say
you the dream that she gonna see you the next day.
and then when it's like they said, like it could be just some type of he go out all the time, he got money, and the chicks want to holler at him and he give him a couple of dollars.
I'm talking about going down Baltimore Street all the time. But all right, topic two. Let me see if y'all guys been in this situation.
No, down Baltimore Street all the time. Absolutely not. That's not what you should be getting.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna start off with you, big bro.
Hurry,
I'm gonna start off with you, big bro West, and then I'm gonna swing around to Jack, Marcus, Dre, Jolly, and then Antoine. You feel me? Then we'll go to topic number 2. Have you ever fought over a girl? Have you ever fought over a woman? Ever in a situation fought over a woman? And you feel me? And if you haven't, what would your advice be for guys who have fought over or fought a woman or thought about it? So go ahead.
What for, like, somebody did something?
No, I'm talking about fight over. Talking about
like you like somebody else like it.
And I'm about to whip your ass over her.
Oh.
Yeah. So go ahead, big bro West. Have you ever
What Bishop Bullwinkle saying that little song? Bishop Bullwinkle had hell to the no, to the no, to the no, no. I ain't fuck no. You fighting over nobody. Listen, it's more women out there than it is us. Shit, on to the next one. That's all I got. On to the next one. I ain't fighting over you. Because the same shit she do to leave to go with you, guess what? When she get tired of you or whatever, she ain't even gotta get tired of you. She'll trickle back. Then what? You gonna keep fighting back and forth over? Hell no. Nah, I ain't fighting over no chick. That's all I got. My answer just straight
so
up.
that would
No.
be your, and that would be your advice for the young fellas out there. It's more efficient to see, don't do it.
What? More efficient to see? These niggas probably got hella numbers in the phone. Man, you better call up the next one. The fuck we fighting for? Niggas out here getting killed up here trying to fight over a female that ain't even loyal to you or
Yeah, because
yours.
And Dre, he brought this up a long time ago. Most drama that happens in the streets be over a girl. You feel me? So that's why I was bringing it up. But go ahead, Jack. You up next. Have you ever fought over a female? And what advice would you give guys who think about it?
That's another no for me. Again, in my lifetime, I've been fortunate enough where they usually choose me anyway. So I'm not, you know, I never really had to kind of press the issue, so to speak. You know what I mean? My advice to the younger fellas, it really ain't worth your life, because for the ones that's stupid enough to think that she gonna be loyal to you and you gonna fight over, you don't know how hard the next man willing to fight. He might feel like it's worth taking your life. You know what I'm saying? So just make a wiser decision on who you choose to be able to. I mean, it's some guys out there, and I don't mean no disrespect or no harm. It's some guys out there that's fighting over their wife, and she ain't even worth fighting over. And I'm just keeping it a bean. We see how we know the world we live in. So I mean, yeah, I just feel like no. My answer is no. I haven't,
right.
and no, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? It's just not worth it.
All right.
This
What
niggas
about
out
you,
there
Marcus?
fighting over chicks that might answer them once in a while.
What about you, Marcus? Have you ever fought over a chick? And what would your advice be to guys who have? Or will?
I've never fought over a chick, but I've pressed a nigga over disrespect. And that's why that's like a fine line situation, because a nigga get out of pocket over a female. I'm not gonna fight a nigga over no female, but don't disrespect me in the process of you trying to do whatever it is that you're trying to do with that young lady. You feel me? Like that. So I've pressed people because of the disrespect that came from them trying to go at something. But I've never fought a nigga with like, that's mine. I want that. Like, no, I ain't never did that for real. But I definitely pressed the issue as far as the respect situation, because no, we're not doing that. She's chilling with me.
Hey, Marcus, that's definitely valid, and I'm glad you made that point, because there's definitely a difference in fighting over versus fighting for. In terms of disrespect, there's definitely a difference.
Absolutely. So no, I'm not doing that. But yeah, I'm not being in my feelings because a nigga trying to talk to something and like, oh no, I want to fight. No, I ain't doing that. But if you throwing dirt on me and tarnishing my name and saying crazy stuff about me, I'm gonna say something to you about that. However that situation go after that, if it get the blows, it shouldn't get the blows, because I'm just gonna come to you and I'm gonna just let you know what it is. And yo, keep my name out your mouth. If you gonna try to go with my chick or go with a chick or whatever the case may be, you do that. Just don't mention my name. And if he be like, well, yeah, whatever the case may be, we leave it at that. If it elevates from there, then they go how it go. But I'm never gonna fight over a chick ever. Even my wife. If my wife decides she want to go ahead and do some wild shit, I'm not fighting. No, go ahead and do your thing. But don't disrespect me in the process, running your mouth and all that other cut. Nah. Do you? Just don't disrespect me. So it's not fighting over a chick, it's fighting for the respect.
Gotcha. You up next, Dre. Have you ever fought over a woman? And what would your advice be for young guys who think about it?
Don't do it. I wouldn't do it. Don't do it. It ain't worth it. For one, if you got to fight over a chick, that's not the chick that's for you. Because you should never have to fight for the chick that's for you. If she for you, she for you. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So all that fighting over the female, nah, man. I mean, what's the point? I mean, even if you win, you get it, let's say, or whatever. It's gonna come a time again where you want to fight again. Is that really worth it? Like, no, man, that's just stupid.
You're right.
And I don't understand why dudes do that, but some dudes just, I don't know, they just meet that one, and I don't know. I never understood it, but to each his own. But me personally, no. And I would advise the youngsters, don't do it. It ain't worth it. Your life can end because of it, so just leave that shit alone.
I hear what he's saying, but even if you find your one, bro, that's no excuse for for that though. Even if it's your one. And your
Oh, I
one
mean,
do
yeah, I
something,
don't care who
not
it is.
fighting,
It
bro.
could be the love of your life. You still shouldn't fight
Yeah.
over it, regardless. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't care
Yeah,
who
I'm
it
not
is.
doing that. I'm
What
not
about
doing
you, Jolly? You up next?
Nah, I've never gotten into no physical altercation over a female at all. Like the confirmation of what everybody's saying. Like my son actually had this was in middle school. He one of his friends got stabbed and killed over a girl, like in the bathroom. Like, and I mean, like this was it was on national news and everything. Like, and it
Yeah.
was like straight up over a girl, and it was so 100% what we're all saying is fact. Like you can lose your life trying to defend over a girl, and it's to the point of whether someone should ever do such a thing. I don't advise that at all. Like I would say, if like everybody's saying, man, if you got to fight for her, then that's because that's not the kind of fighting that we're talking about. Like if you fighting for the love of her or something else, but a physical altercation where with someone else involved, where she is entertaining someone else's like advances, nah, I'm not like that. I would tell any young man, don't. I mean, not even at some point, I wouldn't even argue about it. I wouldn't even like allow that to get me stressed out, because that's something that will it will drive you to do that. Like even allowing it in will drive you to just, because I mean that's why they have crimes of passion. Like people get off for that because it's a crime of passion, where he was just so in love with her that he went and killed somebody, and now he's not going to go in prison like a normal murderer because he was so in love. And you can get off on that, and it's like, yeah, nah, I would never ever advise a young man do it. And like I said, I've never done it.
All right, you up next, cuz. Have you ever fought over a female? What would your advice be for the young guys who think about it?
Have I ever fought over a female? Absolutely not. Like the gentleman said, I'm going to piggyback off of what they said. It's not worth it. But if a real woman wouldn't even put you in that situation, because outside of you getting killed, there's legal aspects to come after that. Legal, meaning charges that stop your money, that stop you from getting jobs, that go on your record, that come behind that chain of events. So my advice to young men, it's not worth it. If she puts you in that situation, if you feel like you have to do that, she's not the one for you, because the real woman wouldn't even put you in that situation. She would de-escalate and be like, this ain't worth it. And no, I have not fought over a woman, and I don't plan on. The only women I would not necessarily fight over, but defend if disrespect came to them or harm came to them, my mother and my wife, because she's a good wife, one of a kind. And that's it. That's all I say about that.
Yeah, I don't think he was talking about like that. I think he was talking about like if this woman is entertaining two niggas, and then like the nigga like, oh, I'm gonna fight you for her type of situation. Like you always gonna defend your mate and your family and shit like that, of course. But he talking about like, oh, you hit the same girl I'm hitting, so now we gotta fight for it. Like, no, how I took your question.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give another. And I was gonna give another example too, because I remember one time this probably about like 4 or 6 years ago. You feel me? I'm up in the club and all this shit, and it was a girl. She came there with her dude. You feel me? And he was one of those dudes that was laid back, chilled, and didn't do all that dancing shit. Why she get to dance with another nigga and all that shit? And it looked like they was getting busy out there. You feel me? He caught an attitude with her and was like, what he should. Yo, why are you doing that by her? She said, if you really love me, you would have fought for me just now. You would have pulled me off and you would have, but you let me go ahead and do me. And I would just baffle. I mean, you know how you just not really mind hit somebody else, but you just watch it. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and answer finish, because you feel me. So have you ever fought over a chick, or even was that guy right? You feel me? Should he went over there and smacked the upside of it?
No, hell no, man. He should have left her ass. He should have
left her right there.
Where she stayed?
You let know that she had a man. Damn.
Right then and there.
I'd have left her ass right there, looking stupid. He said that. But to the question, man, it show you what type of chick she is for real. If she gonna stand there and give it up to the winner, yeah, I mean, what's this Mad Max? Yeah, I mean, welcome to the Turd Dome. No, we gonna fight to the death and shit for some pussy. Yeah, I mean, that's what can happen. If we fight, if we throwing, and when grown men get to throwing hands, somebody can get hurt. For real, like this ain't nothing to be. I mean, be fighting over no coochie. I mean, that's crazy. Like it show you what type of person she is, man. She probably a very manipulative person because she thought it out there and she like, damn, she probably thinking to herself too, like, damn, I wonder what else I can get them to do. You know, I mean, you're gonna be falling for the trap with her for the rest of your life. You're gonna be one of them happy wife, happy life type.
Her life.
I mean,
her life
under that spell forever. You know, and hey, man, I suggest don't do it unless you was like fucking 6, because you ain't know no damn better and shit. You like the girl, and there was another little boy like the girl, and y'all wind up fighting or some shit. Yeah, I mean,
shit, 6.
but other than that, yeah. No, man, no.
Well, before I answer, as a grown ass man, you should never be doing it, no matter what age you is. You shouldn't be doing it. I mean, I always been a guy like this. Once I see another girl like somebody else, I already am done with it right then. And we never even got. So to answer that first part of the question, I've never been in a fight because once I see a girl like somebody else, after that I'm disgusted. I don't want you no more because I mean, not to be too overconfident. I'm like, damn, how you supposed to like me? I showed you that I liked you. Now you over there, but now that I see you over there, I'm gonna leave you over there. I'm gonna leave the whole situation alone. I've never been in a situation at all. I mean, and if has it been a situation where a nigga tried to holler at my girl or disrespect me or shit like that in front of me? No, that ain't never happened. And if it did, he probably like whispered to her in a DM or some shit like that.
Right, you ain't
and I ain't said it not like that. But no, I never had to fight over my girl. I never had a girl disrespect me and over the top dance, or don't you know how you'll be out, you feel me, with your girl, and you go to the store or something, and for some reason the waiter or the cashier just keep giving your girl too much conversation. I ain't even never been in no situation like that. Most of the time, you just make fun of them motherfuckers like, damn, them motherfuckers trying hard, and they see you with somebody. So, but I never been in a situation where I had to fight. And again, young guys, don't do it. I mean, I've seen plenty of, well, not seen, I've heard a lot of times where somebody got their ass killed, got their ass banked,
and this Baltimore,
you feel
man,
me?
This definitely ain't the city for no dumb stuff like that, man. You gonna get yourself tossed in the garbage or something.
and it's real sad that a long time ago when me and Dre and all was having this conversation that like in the streets, yeah, sometimes it definitely do be over money and territory, but for the most part, it be about over a chick, a dude showing off for a chick, popularity, this, that, and third. I mean, and when you're in the streets, the only thing you should be fighting over is your life, your territory, and your money and the supply, not no woman. You feel me? I mean, and then when you out there, no matter I feel like this too. The guy that you is, you feel me? I'm pretty sure. I think one of y'all said this shit where, why? I think it was you, Big Bro Wester, said this shit like, why would you trip? Because 9 times out of 10, it's already a girl already trying to holler at you while you're in a relationship or talking to somebody, or you got something on your phone. So never let that pussy just take over your mind. Don't be what they say, love is blind. Don't do that evil shit. You feel me? All right, so I mean, yeah, cause that shit crazy as a motherfucker. Let me go. All right. Topic 3. Have you? I think, and fellas, I think we all been in this situation, and I want y'all to tell on yourselves, and also fix the problem while telling on yourselves. Have you ever been in a situation where you're talking to a shorty or in a relationship with somebody, and one of her friends or family members was trying to get at you? Antoine, you want to go first? You want me to repeat the question, or you good?
I'm gonna tell you why. Me and my family members, we don't live close to each other. One, I live in Delaware. They live in Maryland. We don't even like the same type of women, and I'm gonna leave it at that. We don't attract the same type of women. I
said, has the girl you talking to, have she any of her family members or friends tried to holler at you?
I'm not.
That didn't happen to you in life ever?
No, I don't really. Here's the thing. This is how I look at things. Women deal with women, men deal with men. So if me and my wife or me and my girlfriend are out, right, and her homegirl comes up, I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna let the girls talk. Now, if a couple's husband comes up, My wife knows to go to the bathroom and let me and that man talk. She don't be in no man's space, and I'm not no woman's space. Just for those reasons right there, I don't play those games because it takes 2 seconds for somebody to say, like you just said, he looked at me the wrong way, she looked at me the wrong way, or 4 seconds of eye contact, and we got a whole problem. So to avoid it, I handle things the way I handle it. I let women talk, me and men talk, and if we together, we talk for a few seconds and everybody go their separate ways. It's just, to me, my life works out simple that way. That's how I like it.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
So that's me. So no, I've never been in that situation.
What about you, Jolly? Have you ever been in a situation where any girl that you was talking to, a family member or friend, tried to get at you, and what happened?
When I was a lot younger, like just probably like teenage, like it hasn't been since like, because I've just been in serious relationships and it was never anything like that. But when I was younger, for sure, like like her homegirl would be trying to talk to me. I mean, and when I was a little younger, shit, I was a little wilder. Like, you know, I was like, hey, let's make it work. That's how, I mean, like I said, when I was 19, like I'm 35 now, so it's something totally different. But you know what I'm saying? Like as a young man, like I use my mouthpiece and, you know what I'm saying, and made it work. But now as a grown man, I wouldn't even entertain nothing like that at all, just because I understand how that can just affect everything. Like it's just too much. Like if it's ever gonna be something like that where your girl's into something like that, she got to bring that to you. In my head, if you're going that route of it. But I've never, not like I said, not since I've been an adult, have had any situation with any family members or friends of my girl at all. Like I don't even know that it's been like no eye contact or anything odd like that. Like just because of just how I move at that point. Like I just keep a real stoic look on my face, and I don't smile too much, don't laugh at too many jokes, and I just keep it pushing. I might stay in the car, like I'm good. I'm gonna go out and smoke real quick, like just like Dude said, like I'm not gonna. I just try to avoid it. But definitely when I was younger, yeah, I made a good answers
right there. Just try to avoid it. What about you? All right. So what about you, Dre? You up next. Have you been in a situation where the person you're talking to, a family member or friend, try to get at you?
Yeah, that happened several times. One girl got beat up because of it, but I was younger. I wouldn't do that. Of course, I wouldn't do that now because that just brings too much drama or whatever. But when I was in my 20s or whatever, I had this woman I was messing with. She was a lot older than me. She was in her 40s, and her daughter liked me. So I hit her in the door, not at the same time, but you know, at different times or whatever. So, but that shit can get messy and get crazy. So I wouldn't advise that shit.
Did anybody find out?
Yeah, she found out. The mother found out. The daughter, of course, knew and approached me, but then the mother wanted to find out later, and she wasn't too happy about that shit at all. I mean, but hey, it is what it is. We both all adults, so hey, fuck it.
Okay. What about you, cuz? Have you been in that situation where a girl you talking to, a family or friend, try to get at you?
Not since I was like a teenager and shit. Like, okay. Like man, I feel, even if it like, all right, you're in the vicinity and stuff like that. Like they said, I don't when it's the women around and whatever, I ain't in this circle. You know, I'm doing my own thing or whatever. That and even if I feel that energy coming from the person or whatever, like they're a little too friendly, or you know how some people can be a little touchy feely.
You gonna tell them stop?
Yeah, I mean, what you mean? Right there. I mean, if they just gave me a hug, I mean, or if they all are on like that, no, I'm just gonna distance myself or whatever. I mean, if it get too much, yeah, I might have to say something. I mean, I might not necessarily embarrass them in front of everybody like that, but I'll pull them up and be like, I mean, not by myself necessarily, but pull them over to the side and be like, hey, yo, what's up with all that, man? Like you doing a little bit too much.
Okay.
I mean, like, I don't even get into no situations like that, man. I'm too grown for that shit. Like, That's some funny shit. Like I can't even see it for real.
All right,
Like,
you up
see it
next.
happen.
You up next, Marcus. What about you? Have you been in that situation where somebody you talking to, the family?
I feel lame as shit. I feel lame as hell. I ain't never had nobody push up on me and I was with somebody. Yo, I feel like I'm a meatball or something. Yo, I ain't never been put in a situation to even had an opportunity to know how I'm gonna act. Yo, I feel some type of way. Like, everybody got a story. Yo, I don't got no story. Yo, like I feel some type of way there. But no, I never been in a situation, so I don't even know. Like I've been with my wife since we was 19. You feel me? And I met all her friends, and all her friends knew not to, cross that line, and then vice versa. When brought my wife around, my girl at the time, wife now, around my people, they was like, "Oh, that's you," and everybody just knew like nobody just never did it. You feel me? Like, and my wife, I mean, it's been situations where though, like I've had associates, and my wife be like, "Oh, such and such sent me a friend request on Facebook or Instagram or something like that," but you know what I mean? My wife is smart enough where though she won't even accept me, you feel me? She won't even open up that can because she know how I'm gonna react, you feel me? So, but nah, y'all, I never been in a situation where people try to push up on me. Y'all. I guess I ain't experiencing life like y'all. I feel left out, yo. Feel left out.
Okay, all right. What about you, Jack? Have you been in that situation where one of the girl you're talking to, a family member, a friend of hers, try to get at you?
Can't hear.
Can't hear
You
you.
on mute?
Yeah.
You know it's not just
You know what I mean?
Oh, he got himself muted. Tell him he got himself. You got yourself muted. You muted.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, it happened. It happened once, but in all honesty, it was like an indirect thing, and it didn't become a problem until the person who was pursuing got knowledge, knew that I was dealing with a family member, but kept pursuing on some disrespectful type shit. So yeah, yes, it has happened. I wasn't really I was messing with a girl, like we was dating off and on or whatever the case is, and it was one of her cousins. When we were younger, we all went to school together. It was that type of deal, you know what I'm saying? So we knew each other, but she didn't know that I was talking to her cousin at the time. So when she did find out, again, she kept trying to pursue. Again, me and her cousin wasn't in a serious relationship, but you know how, just like we territorial, sometimes chicks can be territorial as well. So when we stopped talking, I would say like a year or two later, she and I went out like one time. It was just like on some hangout type shit for real. But like I said, her cousin ain't take too kindly to that for real. So it was a whole messy ordeal. But I mean, I was just being a man in the situation. Like I said, I didn't have any like commitment to either of them. But you know, they had words or what have you. I don't even know how that played out for them because eventually I just stopped dealing with both of them. But yeah, that's how that went.
Okay. Last but not least, before I go, what about you, big bro? Have you been in that situation where when you talking to family or friend was trying to get at you?
Nah, stay drama free over here, buddy. I like to be drama free. Too much drama. I don't like to look around, check behind me, or none of that. You know, these chicks can be these chicks know how to bring the drama at you, but nah, I don't put myself in that situation.
Okay. Well, for me, I'm gonna start off. I'm just like you guys. When the females come around, I avoid that situation. As soon as I see a lot of girls coming around ready to talk when they're around my shorty, or in any relationship I've ever been in, you feel me? I make sure I distance myself. If I see somebody, family member, liking me or friend getting a little bit too touchy feely and all that, I don't even let them know in a joking way. You feel me? And that way.
Yo, why y'all do that though?
Cool.
All right, there you go.
Why y'all
that was
doing
Marcus.
that,
I think it was.
why y'all feel as though
What?
like no, that was me. I said, why y'all feel as though like y'all gotta remove yourself just because
And I was
females around, like as if like y'all got. No, because you're not the only one who
why I
said
do
it.
because I don't want to cause no situation where. Oh yeah. But I don't want to cause no situation where, prime example, in a situation I know you've seen every Martin episode where he got caught up. You feel me, being too friendly with the teacher, and even though the whole time he wasn't trying to cheat, he got caught in that situation. It looked like he was in a situation like that. So I don't want to get caught in that. I don't want the person to allow me. I don't even want to get caught in the mix of none of that shit. You feel me? That's how it was. But back in the day, yeah, if your homegirl or your nigga, if your mother like me, I would smash her. I'm not gonna lie, man. If
Thank you.
people like me, your cousin like me, your grandmother like me, your great grandmother like me, nigga, I'm hitting that. I'm not
Oh,
playing.
wow.
Your friends, your friends you don't get along with. I'm not gonna lie. I was doing that back then. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I never was that guy, and I was a guy. I didn't care if you had sex with one of my friends. No shit like that because I knew my guys. My guys didn't want to be with you. It's not like one time a girl ever smashed. Pause. A girl ever smashed. One time I smashed a girl and she smashed somebody that I knew or nothing like that, and the dude wiped it up. It was just like pussy. That's all it was. It was just something under the list or something like that. But yeah, back in the day, oh man, all the time. I mean, because you only get to live once. You feel me? You never know if you're gonna get a chance to get that pussy again. So you got to get it right there when it's right there to get it on the fishing rod. You feel me? So yeah. For me, yeah, I didn't know. I don't know what I'm going to die, so I had to cock as much as I could get. I remember as a kid, I thought I was going to fuck every woman in the world, and then I started seeing the other countries and continents, and knew I didn't have enough travel money to do all that. But yeah, yeah. I separate myself now. I
thought he was Lil Wayne for real.
I separate myself now with this. I separate myself nowadays. You feel me? Because I don't want to accidentally fuck nobody mother or that best friend and shit. I don't want to accidentally get my dick sucked. You feel me? I don't want your homegirl to accidentally jerk you off.
Exactly, bro.
You feel me? You can walk up to the next room. My girl can be up there taking a shower, and she like, Maurice, I see the way you be looking at me. Great. I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna say stop right there. I'm gonna be like, what you doing? What is you doing? You make me come
and let her eat it. You gonna let her eat
that cap off?
Yes, sir.
Oh no! What are you doing?
Right.
Y'all niggas stupid.
I
don't know, bro. I guess I'll.
Hey, man, what you want me to do?
So listen, right? And I know if you got women watching this, they probably going feel fearless or whatever the case may be. I guess because I never presented myself in a way where the female felt comfortable enough to push up on me. Maybe that's why I never been in a situation. But like, I'm cordial with people, but I don't be friendly to the point where they can get a glimpse of like, oh, he might want to try to holler at me. And I guess that's why I never really been in that situation. Not trying to say y'all have or haven't, whatever the case may be, you feel me? But I guess I just don't present myself friendly enough for somebody to try to play with my wife behind her back or play with my girl or something like that behind her back. I don't know. But I just never been in that situation. I guess it's because of the way I presented myself and carried myself with the situation. So I don't. But again, I feel like I ain't living life right because I ain't had no fun situations like this. You know, I feel some type of way.
It's hard.
I was just trying to
get.
Just because you ain't had them type of situations don't mean that it's fun.
You know what? You might be right, bro.
I mean,
What sound fun for others ain't always fun when it's you.
Yeah, it wasn't all fun.
You might be right. I'm gonna just live. I'm gonna live vicariously through y'all stories, bro.
Topic 4. You feel me? Have you ever been in a situation where you and a homeboy or you and a family member mess with the same girl before? You feel me? Have you ever been in that situation? Because it could be awkward. And I'm talking about like this. You probably fuck with a shorty way back in the day, then all of a sudden you see your homeboy with her, and now they together. And I mean that because there's a lot of people who deal with weird shit like that. You feel me? Where damn, yo, I used to go to now you mess with her. Like how do people handle that? You feel me? Because there's people who do silly shit like this. You'll be getting married, and the person you had sex with back in the day is invited to your wedding. Shit like that. So can you be around? You feel me? Or basically what the topic was. Have you ever shared the same girl with one of your homeboys or family members?
No.
And it could be a dummy you passed around. It could be a dummy you passed around. Jack, you go first. It could be a girl that you passed around. You feel me? It could be I want to know because before you answer, Antoine, there's a lot of fellas. I'm gonna let Jack answer first, but there's a lot of fellas who do shit like this. All of them, probably a bunch of guys that mess with one girl, and it'll be the one guy who wants to wife her, and then do all that type of shit like that. You feel me? Mess the whole everything.
There's always one.
See what I'm saying? So go ahead, Jack. I'm gonna let you answer. Have you ever been in a situation where you ever dealt with a girl and she dealt with one of your family members as friends? You feel me?
Would you be scared?
If I'm being honest, I'm gonna say not knowingly because I mean not trying to brag or nothing to be funny. I've been with a lot of women, you know what I mean, and I don't mean like relationships. So it's plausible because, like I said, because of the number of women that I've dealt with, it's plausible that they could have met somebody that traveled in the same circle, you know what I'm saying, as I did. So, but as far as me like knowing about it, I would have to say no. But is it possible? Absolutely.
So my last thing I want to ask you is, would you feel any type of way if you saw one of your family members pull up with a shorty used to smash? You feel me?
I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna keep it a bean. I know me and my track record with females. If it depends on the female it is, I would have to put my peoples on with what her resume is, just to so he won't find himself in a bad position. I mean, that would be hella awkward to try to explain to one of your folk that like, yo, shorty ain't who you think. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be kind of awkward because at the end of the day, above all, you gonna look out for your family. I don't care what you say.
Jack, I got a question for you.
What's up?
He about to be messy. I can hear it.
What gives you the right to put that girl business out there? What gives you the right to put that girl business out there?
Hey, listen, I'll tell you. I'll answer that question. Because, listen, if that's my family, I am a part of her business. I am a part of her business. Did you hear what I said?
Okay, hey, Jack, who's to say she ain't changed, though, over the years? Everybody changed.
Hey, I don't know that at the end of the day. The only people that I'm looking to is my folks. That's it.
You go to jail.
That's
you
it.
Come out, you change, man. Your record don't go nowhere, pimp. That record don't go nowhere.
Yo, that nigga say your record don't go nowhere. Hey, yo, shut up, bro.
That record.
But no, keep it a bit.
Don't get expunged.
So look, keep it a bit. Hey, Fox. Hypothetically speaking, right? Hypothetically speaking, if it was a situation, let's just say, you know what type of filth this shorty was capable of, and then you turn around, you come to a party, and she show up with one of your cousins. You ain't gonna say nothing?
I'm gonna answer you right here.
I tell you what,
and this is my cousin. Right
I tell you what.
Hey, listen, I would want to. I'm not. No, listen. I would want to say something, but I don't want that nigga think I'm hating. Like, yo, you sure you want to mess with her, yo? Because you used to suck my dick, eat my ass with the ice. I don't know. You feel me? I don't know if I would. I don't want the.
Hey, listen. At the end of the day,
Fox. If you know for a fact that you did some outlandish stuff to a young lady,
exactly,
and you let your man sit over there and love that and kissing them off, and you don't hip them, bro, you ain't a real friend, bro.
That's dirty.
You ain't a real friend, bro. You ain't a real friend, bro.
Listen, hold on.
You gotta say something at that point, bro.
Because
hold on. If I see them together, right? You feel me? And I go ahead and tell them, ain't that hating? Ain't I'm hating on them?
No.
Ain't I'm hating on them?
No, you
looking out for him.
No, you not hating. You looking out, bro.
You looking out for him.
All right. You know what?
So vice versa. You got the chicks. You got the chicks that'll sit up there and say, well, damn, this nigga used to be a dog, and why you with him? You know, it could be verse vice.
You know, every night, y'all listen. Oh, I need to know all that.
All right, Marcus, you up next. You feel me? Have you ever been in a situation where one of your family members or friends used to talk to one of your shorties?
Yo, Baltimore small, bro. Baltimore real small, bro. And it's happened. It has happened a couple times. Like, you gotta understand, like, I don't know, I guess it's not even the fact that we wasn't in the crazy part about it, we wasn't even in close circles at the time. You feel me? Like, my little brother didn't grow up with me, you feel me? But he ended up catching up with something that I used to rock with back in the day, you feel me? And then even outside of that, my older brother, I ended up catching one of his old bodies, you feel me? It Baltimore small, bro. Baltimore small. So it's like things going pass or going cross. You feel me? And it's all, and I appreciate like just like my brother did for me. He let me know, like, oh, last summer, bop, 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 you feel me? It wasn't nothing serious. It was just on some, you know what I mean? And I had to make the decision to continue forward or not continue forward, you feel me? So then when the tables turned and I had to do that for my little brother, it was only right that I gave him that advice. And what he did with it is up to him. But at least he know, you know what I mean, what type of situation it is, because that'd be an awkward situation. We got a family function. And he like, well, yeah, I'm bringing my shorty over. And then he walk in and we look at each other like, that'd be mad awkward. You feel me? So like if you catch wind of it, you gotta do your part and let the person know. But I think it's only right.
So glad I moved out of Baltimore City at a young age then, because it's so everybody's so connected. I'm so glad I was out. I've been out since I was 12. So
I like the purple one though.
Before I let Dre answer, I'm gonna just say this, Marcus. Yo, if you was my brother and told me that, yo, I thought you was hating on me. Yo.
Wow. Because I'm telling you,
I thought you hating on me, yo.
So
you feel me?
Hold on. Let me tell you how how he found out. So he brought Shorty to his crib. And me and my little brother, we met when we were like high school years, right? So we had took a picture together when we first met each other. So he brought Shorty to his house and she was like, wait, how you know him? He was like, because he knew what I was on back in the day. So he was just like, come on, man, don't tell me my brother got you. And she was just like, and she told him what was up. So he knew he going to immediately call me, yo, what was up with you and such and such. So I had to tell him, I'm not hating. I'm just tipping. I'm just letting him know what's up. Because if he was about to try to take that serious, you ain't no way you can take something serious that your brother or sister or family member, you know what I mean, knock down, bro. That's just an awkward situation.
All right, you up next.
That's an awkward situation.
I had to get more inside information.
Yeah. You up next.
That happened before. One time, me and my homeboys together. He already knew these two girls. I ain't even know them or whatever. But anyway, we go over their house. Anyway, we both wound up hitting both of them and whatever. So one of my homeboys wound up coming home from jail, and he wound up messing with one of the girls, making her his girlfriend. And I had to tell him, like, yo, like, it was probably like maybe 6 months, maybe a year after he came home. It was before he came home or whatever that it happened or whatever. And y'all still mess with it. Like, he ain't care.
He made his choice. He went with it.
Yeah. It ain't phase him. Like, he didn't care. I told him, like, and he knew the other dude as well, too. So he knew both of us.
Was he still bringing her around, y'all?
I mean, no. I seen it a couple times, but not like.
Go ahead and say yeah.
Like that. No.
I never let.
Not like that, but I mean, I don't think it really lasted. It probably lasted maybe 6 months, maybe a year.
Because that probably was on his mind. You got to think about it. I'm chilling with Drake, and he go like this and all that with him, and then he probably took it on and all that, and I'm kissing her and all that. You fucking her, but you thinking about Drake.
Yeah, listen. First argument y'all getting, your cousin straight coming out, nigga. That's why I was in your girl mouth. What are you talking about? Like. That's awkward, bro. Like, that ain't something you want to deal with. Family reunion.
See what I'm saying?
That ain't something you want to deal with, bro.
Yeah. Hey, big bro, you up next. What about you, Wes? Have you ever dealt in a situation where one of your family members or friends that was one of your old shorties?
No, I wouldn't say. I would probably say associates, but no family or no friends. Because, me, most of the time, I was bringing everybody around. So if it was somebody I was dealing with, everybody knew I was dealing with them. They wasn't no secret or anything like that. But, shit, anything possible. I mean, hey, our past is our past. Whatever you and that other person got, that's y'all future. That's up to y'all to decide. But just know, in the back of my mind, you sitting there thinking this shit.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point.
Jokes I used to crack. I'm gonna give you fair warning. That if you can't take a joke, don't bring her ass around because I'm gonna remind you of some shit. I'm that petty one. I'll remind you of some shit.
All right, so you
get to arguing over who took the last rib at the cookout, and then he gonna.
You up next, Jolly? Have you ever been in a situation with one of your family friends?
Listen.
Hey, yo, I wouldn't even have that conversation. I ain't gonna play in my heart. What about you, Jolly? You up next?
Only when I was younger, like, you know what I'm saying, like when you young in high school and type time, like since I've been grown, like, nah, I don't think I was even just thinking about it, had some time to think if I've even had like crossed paths with anybody that somebody else knows that I even talk. Like everybody that I always talk to was kind of outside of the box. Like I would always make sure I went far and wide to try to find something different. And so like I've never had anything like that ever. Like it's like and I don't know like now, but I okay, here's the thing though, but I have been on the other side of it though, like where so my homeboy, which is, and it's just crazy. So my homeboy, he told me, because I happened to be staying at his girlfriend's house. Her daddy was one of those dudes who was like, yeah, everybody can come and stay, and blah, blah, blah. So I'm staying on the couch at his girlfriend's house. Now, me and my homeboy are still going out on missions. So it's not like he's being faithful to her or nothing like that. So it is what it is. But he told me, like, hey, bro, if ever she want to try to give you some, take some. Now, after he said that, it might have been the next night, but I had never messed with her because that was my homeboy's girl. The next night, I'm like, all right, well, he said, go ahead and go for it. I went for it. I call him, tell him, he never believed me. Never. He thought I was just hating. He thought and I was like, wow, bro, I should have just kept that shit to myself. I mean, like, or not did it. I mean, but how easy it was. I was like, it almost was just thrown to me. So I was like, I might as well. But I should have. I always thought I should have never said nothing to him because he didn't believe me, and it wasn't like he was being faithful to her anyway. It wasn't like the next day we didn't go and get on something brand new anyway. So I should have just never said nothing because he thought, like you said, he thought I was hating or he thought I was trying to be with her. And I'm like, that's crazy, bro. We're about to leave right now. So I mean, it's kind of a catch-22 because I think that you should, but then for me, I got burned with it. So I mean, if you happen to be talking to somebody who's gonna believe you, you know, then let them know. But I'm like, when I told him, he was like, nah.
That's why I like my circle, bro.
And then stayed with her.
My circle,
like, he even stayed with her a little bit longer after that. And I was like, what's going on? But I mean, it was like I said, we was kids though. I mean, we was in high school. It was like senior year, junior year, something like that. So, but
it
definitely can happen.
When I was outside, the other thing was you had one cuff. Because everybody knew everybody was doing anything, but everybody always had that one that was like their most unique or special one. So you always had one cuff that you can be like, all right, this one off limits. But the rest of them was all fair game. So like you had to choose wisely with your cuff. That was our thing with my little circle of friends and family I had in my high school days. You got one cuff. You put your cuff on that one, and you better make sure you choose the right one, because all the rest of them, we were savages, though. We were savages back in the day. I'm trying to tell you. So you get one cup and you put the cream
your feelings gonna be hurt over her.
All right,
you get one
Antoine,
cup. After that,
Antoine, you up next.
Fair game.
Let Gary answer. You up next. Have you ever been? I think you said no. That's why you moved out. So you never been in that situation, right? Cuz that's you,
no.
Antoine.
I ain't lived in Baltimore City in about 25 years. And I travel a lot, so I really don't. I don't like being around like the stuff everybody can get. I want to be around something that you really got to work to get. So, and again, I haven't lived in the city around my family in so long. It just didn't apply. And like to this day, I live in Delaware and I travel a lot. So I'm not going to run into the people my brother deal with or my cousin deal with, or I'm not going to run into them unless they're on an island or in Jamaica or something. But that ain't happening. When I'm there, they probably not. So, nope. And I went to high school in the county. I didn't go to high school in Baltimore City. I went to high school in the county. So,
what school you went to?
I went to Oakland Mills in Howard County. Oakland Mills, Howard County.
I'm trying to cut you off.
Mess with any of your exes or even friends too.
Reese, can you hear? Like, cut my man.
I thought he was dead.
My man still telling us the story.
Oh, my bad, cuz. My bad, hey, cuz. You know what?
Yo, hi.
Hey, cuz.
I thought you was done. Yo, hi.
My bad. Hey, go ahead and say that last part. I heard everything else you said, but go ahead.
No, I said I went to high school in Howard County, Oakland Mills.
Are you good?
That's all I said.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I heard that part. You went to high school. Yeah, I heard all that. Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah,
that
I
you went
just,
to high
I just,
school,
I didn't even
county.
really in the county. I was in middle school in the county. Like I was a little different on my own little track. So
All right. So what about you? Because have you ever and just kind of just like Jolly, mess with somebody, one of your family members, old shorties or friends, old shorties, or had some that's one of your old shorties. Yeah, you all
Oh
right.
shit. Oh, I've been I had that happen a few times and shit. Like I even one time, me and my cousin and some people some dudes I knew and shit that I was cool with. We all went over some chick's house, and and so we chilling with, we chilling and everything going good or whatever. Got my little weed, so we smoke. And so sometimes when I smoke a lot, I go in the chill mode and shit. Yeah, I mean, so I go in the living room, everybody in the kitchen. So I kept thinking to myself, like, damn, why Shorty look familiar or whatever. So Shorty come out the kitchen and come in there with me. Now I'm sitting by myself or whatever. And look at me, sit down beside me, look at me for a second or whatever. So I'm like, man, like, what's up? I mean, she like, you don't remember me? I'm like, I'm looking at her. I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't. I'm like, you kind of look familiar. I was thinking that. I said, I can't remember. I don't remember you or whatever. And I remember because at the time when I hit her, her hair was short like mine. You know what I mean? And it was like gold, like brownish, like that Cisco type shit. And when I saw her this time, she had longer hair. So of course it was like a totally different person. Oh, she like, yeah, I came over your house one Sunday. You lived out Brooklyn. I'm like, all right, I know who you is or whatever. And so, I'm like I said, I'm in chill mode or whatever. So she like, that's all you got to say. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm like, what you want to talk about something? I mean, what's up? I mean, she like, oh, all right, I'm all right, and got up and called herself being mad. And so, as that was already going on through the night, my cousin already was kind of shooting his shot at her or whatever. So I pulled him up, like to let him know, like, yo, kind of found out, like, yo, I do know Shorty, yo, whatever. I hit off one day and shit. It was just like never seen her again after that type shit or whatever. So he wound up doing something with her. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if she got mad or something because hey, but I'm telling you, ladies, you're losing when you do that. You lost. The game is over. Me and my cousin doing high fives and talking about. Anyway, you get the picture.
All right, let me ask this question, right? I want everybody to answer this for real. So what if it was a situation when you started getting serious? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
So what if it's a situation, right? You're dealing with a girl for a couple months and you feeling her, you liking her to the point that you want to take her serious, and then you found out that your people said her. Would you leave her or stay with her?
I already answered this question plenty of times.
I want everybody to answer
and
that.
these
I gotta get her out of
I'm
there.
gonna answer first, and then y'all can head. I'm gonna answer first, and y'all can head the floor. These guys can attest to this. Every single girl I ever took serious. Don't I do this to y'all? I grab my phone and show these niggas pictures. Am I lying? Am I lying? Am I lying? Any girl I mess with, I show them, and if they mess with her, I'm cutting them off right then and there.
I'll tell you, Brian, it's some wild times, boy.
But go ahead. He said.
So what if it's a couple months in though? What if it's a couple months in, y'all serious, y'all feeling each other?
For me,
and
it
then
would
you
be,
find out.
For me, I guess
I told you, no.
For me, it would be if they was like together and intimate and stuff or whatever. I had to consider what I want to do because I don't know if I can move. I don't know. I don't think I can. I don't think I can move past that.
What about you, Dre?
No.
What about you,
Simple
Jack?
no.
What about you, Jack?
So y'all leaving her? Y'all leaving or y'all staying?
I said I'm gone.
I'm leaving.
I might leave.
Fox said he leaving. Who else said they leaving?
I'm leaving.
Strong Mike. Yeah, I mean,
hey, Jack, I think
my
so
ego.
you got to consider. So you said you got to consider, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm out. I can't deal with that. I'm cool.
Yeah, my
What a
ego
fancy
can't handle it.
Hey, Jack, we can't hear you. You must be muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, he got his new shit on.
Yeah.
Most cats
Yeah,
mentally, you can't. That's gonna be always in the back of your mind. If you decide to stay, that's always gonna be in the back of your mind, no matter how much you want to tell yourself you're gonna forget about it and let it ride. It's always gonna be in the back of your mind. The best bet is just to leave. Now, you still hear me? You still gonna feel some kind of way because you was feeling shorty to your point. So I understand your premise, Marcus. I do, but most niggas is not gonna. We're not gonna stay there. We're not.
What about you, big bro? What about you, big bro?
Shit, I need to be on the old folks channel. This sound like all the youngsters and shit on here. The fuck, it's like dealing with a chick that got a baby father and shit, or 2 or 3 of them motherfuckers. When they come around, you still gonna have the thought and all of that shit. Like, come on now, like everybody been with somebody before. Ain't nobody.
No, hey Wes, but it's different though. This your family. We ain't talking about somebody else before. We talking about a family member though. That's different.
All right, so
that's
listen,
totally
right?
different.
So maybe my thought process was weird. You feel me? But I'm gonna be a little intimate with this situation. But so when I met my baby mother, when I met her a couple years before that, my brother cracked her. But by the time my brother came around and realized it, I was already into her. You feel me? But I stayed and I kept fucking with him. We ended up making my oldest daughter. My daughter's 17 now. You feel me? So like, I wasn't on some.
That's what I was saying. Like when you ain't it's totally different. You know what I mean?
But is that your wife now?
Oh hell no.
See?
That changes things. Yeah, what are you talking about?
But no, it's not because of that though. Stop. It's not because of that though. It's not because of that. We stopped talking because of other stuff. It ain't had nothing to do with that situation. That's what I'm saying. Like when I found that out, we still talked for like a year plus after that. That's like a year plus after that. We still talk. We ended up making my daughter like a year after that. But in that moment when I first found out, I had to make a decision like, dang, do I stay or do I rock? My brother was like, listen, it wasn't nothing serious. You feel me? His homeboy had her friend and she was over there and they ended up knocking off. So like in that moment I was just like, dang, do I just like I'd have been chilling with shorty, hanging out with dates, did all that, you feel me? And then my brother came through the crib because he didn't live with us. And he was like, yo, just to let you know, like a couple summers ago, blah, 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 let me know. And I was like, damn. So when I came back in the house, shorty was in that bitch bawling, crying because she knew what he called me outside for. You feel me? And I decided to stay. I told her still to stay or she ain't had to dip.
How long was y'all messing with each other until you found out?
I want to say probably the 8 months. 7-8 months.
Truth be told, a lot of people not going to stay in that
so
situation.
It got pretty serious.
Worried about what somebody else is thinking about them.
But not y'all.
I stayed.
Yeah, but everybody else ain't going to stay in that situation because they're going to be worried about what everybody else is thinking about them. Like,
oh no, that's one thing I never worried about.
Man, you got to choose what make you happy.
Facts.
Other than that, if you're making a choice based off of what somebody going to judge you or perceive you or something like that, man, they can get the fuck on. I don't care what nobody think about me. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna do me. If that's who I want to be with, that's who I'm gonna be with. If you don't like it, kick fucking rocks.
Kick rocks. Exactly. And that's what my thought process was in that time. And I was young too. I feel people said I was stupid.
I feel what you're saying as a adult. I'm a different guy. You feel me? I'm not worried about, you feel me, none of that shit where somebody talking about nothing like that. I ain't even worried about that at all. I could care less. I'm worried about like how Marcus was saying that's his brother and all that shit. I'm worried about when we have a family reunion and somebody go see me to go get the sodas and they're in the kitchen together. That's the stuff I'm scared of. You feel me? Or them for
Right.
some reason, them two guys meet each other in the living room for some purpose. That's the part I'm worried about. You feel me? Them accidental. I missed you, and I can't believe you were still with my brother. You know how I care about you type sex. And we can't do this. Yes, we do.
If
I don't.
that,
That's
if
what I'm saying.
that
I don't want that
happened,
accident.
I was gonna cross that bridge when it got there. But if my brother really fucked with me, and he
It
see
happens
that I
in
was trying to
movies.
be happy, and if
It
Shorty
happens in
really
movies
fucked
all
with
the time.
me and she really want to deal with me, they not gonna do that. But if that happened, of course, by all means, y'all both dead to me. But I feel as though my family and Shorty gonna care enough to not try to do that. I mean, just my opinion. That's what my thought process was in that moment. But yeah, nigga definitely stayed. Me and my daughter. My daughter be 18 in October.
Because I ain't gonna lie. If my,
At the same time, you
I-
talking about
'cause I
this
ain't gonna lie.
family or whatever. So if they don't have no respect for you, I mean,
Exactly.
shit.
Exactly. That ain't family.
Right.
Y'all just blood related.
Then it's just like dealing with another nigga out on the street.
You're right. That would be
At that point. At that point.
All right, last topic. Then we up out of here. You feel me? You feel me? Is it bad? You feel me? That you don't remember every person that you had sex with? Is it bad if you don't remember every person? Because check this out, ladies always be calling us dirty dogs. We'll fuck anything. You probably don't know our name. Sometimes we don't. Is it a problem if you don't know or remember the people that you had sex with? And you feel me? I'm gonna let you go first, Jack. You feel me? I'm gonna let you go first. Marcus, Dre, Big Bro West. You feel me? Jolly, and then of course my cousin Antoine. But go ahead, Jack. Is it a problem if you don't remember all the people that you had sex with?
I personally don't think it's a problem. I mean, some of us got everybody, like Wes said it earlier, everybody got a past, that's a fact. Bro, I've been fucking for a long time, so of course I'm not gonna remember every fucking name. I mean, we're gonna just keep it a bean, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, I'm 37 years old, bro. I've been fucking for a very long time. So I'm not gonna go back to my origin story. Like, I probably remember my first, everything else in between, maybe cloudy unless I had some significant relationship. I'm gonna be honest with you, I had a bunch of one night stands. I mean, that just come with the territory.
Okay, all right. Because women try to make it seem like this. They always try to play that reverse psychology game. I was like, I can count how many guys I had sex with on one hand, or blah, blah. And I don't even think it's that. You know what I think it is? You only remember the guys that mean something to you. So count them as the only people that you ever had sex with. I see what y'all try to do with that pussy.
I mean, I'm not saying no woman.
Hey, but hold on. Hey, Maurice. But listen, to that point though, the thing that we always leave out of this conversation is our nature. It's a man's nature to be that way. Women are supposed to be like promiscuous like that by nature. So that's the thing that they always leave out of that conversation. So when they say I can count on one hand, you're supposed to have a low body count. Period. That's how it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
All right, Marcus, you up next. You feel me? Is it a problem that you don't remember every person you had sex with? You feel me?
Who's in your prime?
Bro, I played college football, bro. There's no way you're gonna remember everyone.
Tell him again.
You can judge me however you want to judge me. Ain't no way you're gonna remember everyone, bro. Like and you know what's so crazy? I can see her face vividly. Ask me her name. Ask me her name. I can't remember everybody, bro. Sorry. I'd be whatever dog, jerk, whatever you want to call me. I'm sorry, I don't remember. I don't.
All right. What about you, Dre? Is that a problem if you don't remember every person you have sex with? Because I mean, imagine that, Dre. You feel me? Just like what Gary said. Somebody walking up to you and saying, "Hey, you feel me?" And then you don't remember them at all. They probably gave you the best head they could try and give you, and you don't remember that.
Shit happens, man. I mean, not every man has done things that some men have done. There's some men who were late bloomers who started late, and there's some dudes who started early. Unfortunately, well, you can say the age I started is unfortunate, but unfortunately for me, I started very, very early. So there's no way I could put a number on. I couldn't even give you a roundabout, like an estimate. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, for men and women is different. Like Jack was saying, it's in men nature to conquer.
You're right.
You know what I mean? That's just what we do. Like it's just innate. It's our biology, and it's in the woman's nature to not be conquered. Like it's. I mean, I'm not saying some women don't have it in them to just go out there and just fuck like how men do. There are some women that's like that, but most majority of women cannot separate emotion and sex.
Now, Dre, that's a good testimony. But the part that I want you to do is because I want you to go that this part right here. That girl just gave you the best Guap 3000, and she said, "Hey, Dre," and you don't remember her. No, do you feel bad? Hold on. Do you feel bad, Dre?
No, I don't feel bad.
She gave you.
Hey, you just 1 minute. Just 1 minute, man. Just 1 minute.
Damn! No remorse. Do you at least apologize for not remembering her, bro? My bad.
Oh, wow. No, man.
You
got some head from an
I might remember if you give me an instant replay.
Hey yo, all right, okay, we're gonna go to the next person.
My nigga.
I was thinking that too. Like she was like, "You remember when I was down there, don't you?"
Yeah, I remember that now. I remember you now.
Hey,
I remember that.
What he did there.
I'm ready to get off here. Y'all ready to get niggas in trouble now. Y'all ready to get niggas in trouble.
I'm outside. I left my house.
So what?
I'm outside.
You
can't even stay in the house.
You up next, big bro. You up next, big bro. You feel me? And I learned from you growing up. I met you do your little bro. So I know a lot from you. So do you remember everybody, and is it a problem if you don't?
So I do remember everybody. I might not know your name though. We might not have got to that point where we asked names because we knew what we wanted at the time. So maybe later on in life, I can remember what the hell we had to drink that led us to that point or something like that. But as far as your name, like, nah, we might not have got to that point. Or you might have had some fucking name that I just wasn't even going to remember because it was either a couple of times or a one-time thing or something like that. But yeah, I remember everybody. I know which ones was my fun ones. I know which ones was the ones to not go back to. I know which ones was the, hey, I can pick up the phone and call right now and they're going to come through. I knew the ones that if the crew needed to have fun, I knew which ones to call for everything. So yeah, I remember them all. I just don't know your name.
You up next, Jolly. Is it a problem? And do you remember everybody?
I don't think it's a problem because I mean biasly because I don't remember every name. Like it's not even though it's just I don't think it's a like he even just attest to what you said. Like just we might not have even got to that point. Like it's a lot of times like you know you talking about being at a club and parties where yo we've been drinking all night. We've been smoking all night. We've been doing this whole night, and all we was doing was dancing.
He don't like
we've been dancing this whole night. Now we finna leave.
That's what he said.
I didn't even need to know your name to do none of this. So I didn't need to know her name for none of that. And so it's like, it sounds cold as a you know what I'm saying coming from guys, but it's like, I mean you know I that was what we was here for. I think sometimes you know at least with women they get caught in the emotion of it where we're caught in the physical of it, and it's like. That's what's real. Like the feelings is not what's real. I mean, they're real to her, but they're not actually real. Like that's just her opinion. That's her stuff. But what the physical is we both had sex, and I assume we both enjoyed it, and that's it. Like so, I can't be held accountable to remember names and stuff like that. Like, you know, if I was a nice guy to you, I treated you good, and you know, you got you in, got you out. It was good.
I like that. All right, you up next, Antoine, before Gary answer. Do you remember everybody, and is it a problem if you don't remember everybody?
I don't remember everybody's name, but I do remember the situation. So if I met you at a gas station, or if you were easy, if you were hard to get, I do remember like the situation, how we got there. Every name, no. But I remember, like I said, the situation of what led up to the intimacy. I do remember that part, so I can kind of put it together. Do I feel bad? No. I got to remember a lot in my life. I got to remember a lot anyway. So,
oh, that's good.
One thing I really care about is my wife. I remember her shit. Other than that, everybody else is, I don't care. As long as I remember her shit. Everything else is, it was what it was, but it's not now. So have a good day. So yeah, I don't feel bad. No remorse. But I remember, like I said, the build up, the situation, like what led to it, the personality. I remember that part.
I remember all the bad ones too. I lied. What? I do remember all the bad ones. Every bad one, I remember her.
I probably know her name more than anything.
Exactly. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I definitely remember her. Like all the bad ones, like the super bad ones. Yeah, man, all of them for sure.
All right, so you up next, cuz. Do you remember everyone, and is it a problem if you don't? Because the people try to make you feel. Women will make us feel bad.
Hey, that don't make me feel bad.
Go ahead.
No, ain't no problem if I remember everyone, man. Like, no, come on. Like I remember. Play this. I'll say it like this: the ones that like with like me and them was like exclusive girlfriend and boyfriend. I remember them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's different.
Or whatever. Then it's a whole different category, boy. Because I stayed in my lane and I pressed the gas pedal in that motherfucker, boy. I'm trying to tell you. But no, ain't no way I can remember all of them, man. I be out and about, and sometimes I be feeling like I look at somebody and be like, damn, man, why I feel like they look familiar or something or whatever. It might be somebody and they know, and I ain't say nothing, so they ain't say nothing. So, man, no, I can't. Ain't no possible way I can remember all that.
You said you don't feel bad.
No.
Even if a girl came up to you and she, like I said, same thing as Drake, gave you the best that she got, and you don't remember, you wouldn't feel bad.
I had a situation where a girl, see, my homeboy really hated on me that time. I was younger. Mm-hmm. Whatever. We going somewhere, me and Rage. We going somewhere, and so I'm talking about, yo, shorty was, when I say she was pretty, like she was pretty. Well, I said something to her, whatever, because she kept looking at me. So I said something to her. She without people's. She like, Dad, you don't even remember who I am. I'm like, remember who you is? I'm like, I know you. Yo, my homeboy like, yo, come on, yo, or whatever. I'm like, yo, hold on, or whatever. And then it just kind of went like, I ain't want get a chance to. She wanted walking off without on or whatever and shit. But I got a chance to talk to her for a minute, but he was just hating so much, and our aunt was like, "Come on," or whatever, and called her or whatever, kept calling her, and she's like, "I gotta go." But I'm talking about shorty was. I was like, "Damn, I wonder where I knew her from." But no, ain't no possible way I can remember it. Okay. And I don't feel bad about it either.
All right, great answer as always, fellas, man. Well, for me, I definitely remember the moments, and probably not all the moments. The girls had to definitely refresh my. Women would definitely have refreshed my memory on far as the sex that we had, but names, no. I mean, for the most part, us guys, we're not thinking about your name. You feel me? Especially guys who are like me. When we having sex, we're not even saying your name. You feel me? We just saying, "Oh, this feel good" or some shit like that. So you'll get lost. You feel me? In the whole situation. So I know there. And then I mean, for the most part, I mean, we talk about sex here.
I had a fake name back in the day and everything.
And when you're doing shit like that, and you're doing tricks to have sex,
walk up on me down and call me a name that I don't remember.
And then, like I said, man, I almost talked about my thought there, but I got it anyway. Yeah, I feel like back in the day, yeah, that shit was cool. You feel me? To make up the names like how the shit that he was saying, but overall, I don't think there's no way you can remember everybody you had sex with, unless you're one of them type of people who, like how they say, keep your body as a temple. You feel me? You protect yourself and shit like that. That's all good and fine and dandy. But if you was out there in the world of knowing that sex is good out there, motherfucker, then yeah, you was out there swinging and thing, doing your thing, one night stands. You feel me? Having sex with people for a couple weeks. There's a lot of people that you mess with for a couple months, couple days, and you wasn't feeling them, but and sex was good. You feel me? So I mean, it's a lot of those people that can be forgotten. You feel me? And then I think the ones that you do remember as the ones that was real good, and the ones that was real bad. And maybe you got some in betweens here and there. You feel me? That you remember. But if they was worth remembering, you'll keep them around. You feel me? So that's tonight's show. You feel me? And as always, we're gonna swing it around the bend. You feel me? Everybody tell people what you got going on, where they can find you at. You feel me? This is a show about promoting yourself too as well. So go ahead, cuz you can go first, Antoine. Go ahead, tell people what you got going, where they can find you at.
I'm really boring. I'm like a married old man. I stay in the house. I really don't do too much. I go to work, I come home, and I travel. So you can find me on this show. Other than that, that's pretty much where you gonna find me at. Real straight to the point. Next person. That was it. That's all I had.
Yep. Jolly, you up next.
Hey, man, just Jolly Robin on Instagram. I'm not ain't doing too much. Like I said, get back to work and back to these kids and taking care of these dogs. But nothing much going on. What's going on?
All right, Jack, you up next.
Two things. It's football season again. Shout out to the Stembridge Coast organization. We back at it. I mean, the champs trying to run it back one more time and get another one of them championships. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to those youngsters. And the last thing, shout out to my family. On Monday, we lost my grandmother. You know what I mean? She was 89, lived a wonderful life. You know, my family's definitely standing tall right now. So I just want to make sure them some love and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. But you know, I appreciate all the love and prayers for anybody. You know, a lot of people that I fuck with definitely do watch our podcast. They go back and they watch it. So, you know, what I mean, to all the family members that are gonna view it, stay strong. You know what I'm saying? We holding each other down, and thank y'all for having me.
Delicious.
Brother, thank you.
Next up, not least, Big Brother West. Go ahead and tell the people they can find them delicious ass egg rolls at, man.
All right, so on Instagram, you can find me at smacking_good_kitchen. Facebook, you can find me at Dominic West. You can also find me at Smacking Good Kitchen on Facebook. TikTok, you can find me at smacking_good_kitchen. Find me on all streams for the cooking. Right now, I'm just pushing out the egg rolls and stuff like that. You can find me out in the streets, helping out the different nonprofit organizations that's trying to better their community with the young people. We got the We Can Do It organization. They housed out at a Bond Secure Resource Center. And I'm over at got the guys over at the Ruth Kirk Recreation and Learning Center. If anybody willing to donate anything to them guys running the rec center out of their pocket. Like, they running out of their pocket. Go over there, drop them a couple of dollars. They get catered lunch for kids in the neighborhood. They give out clothes and stuff to the kids. They give out food every week. They give shoes out to the kids. They get computers and stuff donated to them, and they give them to the kids. They all about the community. I'm trying to work with them now to get some funding from the city. I work for the city, plus I'm doing like different little city organization stuff, and just out here trying to make a change for the city and, you know, reduce the violence and uplift the city and make it a better place.
That's what's up, bro. Keep up, man. Keep that shit going.
Oh, yeah.
That's great work, bro. Great work, bro.
Yeah, good work.
Appreciate it.
Oh, man, you know, I don't be up to much, man. You catch me at your mama house, you know, just like every other week.
And as always, LBGS360 on all platforms, you know, TikTok, you know, Facebook, YouTube. We on both of them live right now. Instagram, you know, holla at us on them other platforms. And I don't really want to speak on it, but I got something in the works. And yeah, man, it's gonna be some funny shit when we you know, when I do we do to get it together. So, you know, just look out for us, man. Keep looking at us on them other platforms and following us. And thanks for the love.
All right, see y'all next week. Peace out.